State your name, please.
Full stem.
Okay.
Okay.
All right, sir, you charge. This is from today. Indecent exposure, contempt of court. From yesterday, obstruction, drug paraphernalia, and trespassing. And April 15th, trespassing. Okay, I'm going to order that you not return to the incident locations, don't have any contact with alleged victims, no alcohol or illegal drugs. Bond is set in the amount of $500. City public defender is appointed to represent you. And we're going to give you a video review court date of May 2nd at 1:45.
And what is today, Your Honor?
What's that?
What is today?
Today is April 24th.
Okay, yeah, that's one.
Video review next week. Okay, you're excused.
Oh, I'll go back. All right.
Oh, point to PDF. I forgot to say that. Hello, what's your name?
Zachariah Ayers.
Ayers. Okay. Mr. Ayers, you're charged with criminal trespass, disorderly conduct, and you have a felony hold. No order, no contact with the alleged victim. Stay away from the incident location. $2,500 bond. Video review May 2nd at 1:45. And the city public defender is appointed to represent you. You're excused.
Okay. Thank you.
Take it away. See on that first stand there.
Hello, what's your name?
Christopher Cano.
Mr. Connell, you've got an arrest warrant out of Pima County Justice Court on a possession of drug paraphernalia charge. Let's get rid of that. Like you have a probation hold as well. And you've got another warrant also out of Pima County Justice Court, also on a drug paraphernalia charge. Okay, you're released on these warrants, although you will remain in custody Oh, wait a minute, you got another case here. Got a new charge of shoplifting.
Yes.
Okay, change of plan. Hold on.
Your Honor, you said there was two,
2 warrants and a
um,
new charge. You need to hold on. I've got some things to look at here. Okay, just a moment. Okay, I'm gonna hold you on a total of $200 in bonds. Appoint attorney John Illis to represent you, and you're gonna be seen on these cases tomorrow at 1:00 p.m. on video. You're excused.
thank you.
Hello, what's your name?
Mohammed Mrini, Mrini.
Got it.
Your Honor, the interpreter is here for Marine.
Okay, just one moment. And what language is this now?
Arabic.
Thank you. Okay, you are charged with domestic violence, disorderly conduct, domestic violence assault, and failure to comply with a court order, also domestic violence.
أنت متهم بعنف أسري وسلوك غير سوي واعتداء وعنف وإن أنت لم تستجيب لما حكم به عليك أو ما لابد الامتثال عليه.
نعم، أنا فهمت، لكن هناك يعني خلاف كبير يعني في المشكل. يعني ممكن نطرح المشكل، يعني يكون موضوع يكون واضح من ناحيتي أنا.
Your Honor, I do understand these charges, but there is a misunderstanding as to how about what I'm charged with. Is there an opportunity for me to explain to you?
Hold on.
Yes.
Would you
Yes.
tell him that he is not to speak about this case? He has the right to remain silent. Remain silent.
يا سيدي، مش ده الوقت الذي تشرح فيه موقفك أو ما تريد قوله. هذا فقط لاستدعائك أنهم يقولوا لك كل التهم الموجهة ليك.
نعم، شكرا
He will
للسيد.
he will
Sorry.
have you will have an attorney to speak with about his case.
وانت يعينوا لك محامي يتكلم معاك على القضية الخاصة بك وتشرح له كل ما تريد قوله، لكن انت لك الحق حاليا دلوقتي ان تصمت. Yes, sir.
All right. And he has a pending domestic violence case involving the same person.
ونفس الشخص اللي التهمة متوجهة ضدك له برضو عنده مشكلة أو تهمة اعتداء أسري.
I'm ordering that he have no contact of any kind with Rebecca Marini, stay away from her home and workplace. Do not
طالبين من yes sir.
do
sorry.
not possess any firearms, no acts of domestic violence, and no alcohol or illegal drugs.
وطالبين منك الابتعاد عن ريبيكا ماريني لأن هي اللي موجهة لك التهمة. لا يكون في حوزتك أي سلاح ولك وعليك أن تبتعد عنها تماما. Yes, sir.
And he will get a one-time return visit once he's out of custody to retrieve his personal belongings.
لك الحق ان انت ترجع البيت تاخد كل ما تمتلكه بس مرة واحدة فقط تاخد كل ما تمتلكه في هذا البيت.
Otherwise, he is not to go to the victim's home or workplace.
بينذرك ان انت غير هذه الزيارة اللي تاخد فيها ممتلكاتك لا تقترب بأي شكل من الأشكال من بيت الضحية.
I'm setting a total of $3,500 in bonds.
وفي كفالة الدفع $3,500. Yes, sir.
And the city public defender is appointed to represent him.
عندك هيعينوا لك محامي يمثلك. Yes, sir.
He will have a video review if he's still in custody, April 30th at 1:30. If he bonds out, it'll still be the same date, but with him there in person.
لو سمحوا لك انك تخرج من الحبس لابد انك تتواجد مرة اخرى امام القاضي في شهر 4 يوم 30 في الشهر الساعة 1:30. اما اذا استمريت في الحبس فستمثل امام القاضي من خلال الفيديو.
And this case is in Tucson City Court.
وهذه القضية سينظر فيها في محكمة توسون سيتي كورت.
Your excuse, sir.
أنت يسمح لك الآن بمغادرة هذا المكان.
Thank you. شكرا.
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right.
Can the interpreter be excused, Your Honor? Is there another Arabic speaker?
I do not know. Are there any other Arabic speakers?
No, Judge.
I'm sorry?
No, Your Honor.
Okay, yes, thank you. You're excused.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Right, I'm ready right now. Right here? Yes.
Hello, what is your name?
Michael Rodriguez.
Okay. You are already in custody on a $500 bond on a charge of violating a court order. You have a couple of other cases that you've already been seen on as well. Your new case is from April 14th, criminal trespass. We'll order no contact with the alleged victim, stay away from the incident location. I'm going to set a bond in the new matter at $100, so now you got a $600 in bonds. Court date is April 30th, 1:30 on video. Same date if you are if you were bonded out, but with you there in person, the city public defender is appointed to represent you. You're excused.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Good evening, Judge.
Hello.
Daniel.
Hey, Simone, good evening.
Hello. What is your name?
My name's Quincy Brown.
You are charged with first-degree murder. I'm going to order that you not have any contact with the family of the alleged victims. Stay away from their respective homes and workplaces. Do not possess any firearms or other weapons, no alcohol or illegal drugs. And we will note that there's apparently a victim, a family member on the call. Identify yourself, please, and then go ahead and make your statement.
Your Honor, thank you for the opportunity to speak today. My name is Karen. I am the sister of Uriel Hermosillo Gomez. Your Honor, there are no words that can truly express the death pain of my family and I. My brother was taken from us in a way no one should ever have to experience. His life was stolen, with it, a part of ours was stolen too. He has left it behind. I ask Your Honor to please consider the death of loss. We will live with this forever. I hope the sentence reflects not just the crime, but the life that was lost, the people left behind to carry the weight. To the person who took my brother's life, I hope you understand the pain you've caused. Your actions didn't just take a life, they shattered a family and nothing can undo them. The harm you've done. Thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome. This, by the way, is not a sentencing hearing or a trial. It's just an initial appearance. The recommendation of the county attorney is that I hold you on a $1 million bond. We'll hear from defense counsel.
Thank you, Your Honor. It looks like Quincy is being held on a $10,000 bond and also shows a Department of Corrections hold. We would be asking for a bond as well. We just ask that the court consider a $500,000 bond. Thank you.
All right. Bond is set in the amount of $1 million. Your court date is May 5th at 1:30, and attorney Douglas Taylor is appointed to represent you. You're excused. Hello, what is your name?
Jonathan Fraley.
Okay, one moment. Mr. Fraley, you're charged with unlawful use of means of transportation, burglary in the 3rd degree, and with criminal damage. In order that you not have contact with the alleged victim, stay away from the incident location, no alcohol or illegal drugs, and no firearms or other weapons. The state is recommending a $10,000 bond. We'll hear from defense counsel.
Thank you, Your Honor. The innocent complaint that does sound like there is some indication that Mr. Fraley was hallucinating at the time of the offense. Again, we don't have all the disclosure at this time, but I anticipate a Rule 11 motion may or may not be filed, given just the bare facts stated in the interim complaint. Your Honor, as to release conditions, Mr. Fraley's last conviction seems to be from 2009, so it's a relatively old conviction, and he doesn't seem to have any other criminal history after that. Your Honor, he's still classified as a level 4, but this is a non-violent offense, so we are asking the court to consider releasing him to pretrial services. But if Your Honor is not inclined to do that, we ask that the court set a $2,000 bond. Thank you.
We'll hear from the state.
Your Honor, this defendant seems to have committed the crime quite some time ago. However, physical evidence left at the scene eventually pointed at him. This speaks to him being a flight risk. State submits.
All right. Bond is set in the amount of $7,500. Legal defender is appointed. Next court date is May 5th at 1:30 for child services supervision if the bond is posted. You're excused, sir. Hello, what's your name?
My name is Daniel Jaramillo, son of Odin, rightful heir to the throne. This is my destiny.
Okay, thank you. You are charged with 2 counts of aggravated assault. You are not to initiate any contact with the alleged victim. No firearms or other weapons, no alcohol or illegal drugs. The state is recommending a $15,000 bond with pretrial services supervision if posted. We'll hear from defense counsel.
Thank you, Judge. It appears that Mr. Jaramillo is already being held on a $5,000 bond at the previous case. We are asking the court to consider setting. He's not been able to post that $5,000 bond, so we're asking the court to set a $1,000 bond for time limit purposes. Thank you.
All right. Bond is set in the amount of $15,000. Your next court date, sir, is May 5th at 1:30, and the public defender is appointed to represent you. You're excused.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome.
Just this in your hands. I think it's just a
Hello, what is your name?
David Phillips.
Phillips. Okay. You have an arrest warrant, sir, out of Pima County Superior Court listing charges of burglary in the third degree and possession of drug paraphernalia. No order, no alcohol or illegal drugs. No contact with the alleged victim. Stay away from the incident location. Also, no firearms or other weapons. The amount of bond listed on this warrant is $2,500. The state is asking me that to hold you without bond. Let's see here. Hold without bond. We're gonna set a no bond hearing. That'll be April 29th.
Judge, I'm sorry to jump in, but I think it doesn't qualify for no bond because the pretrial services report mentions that the offense date predates the instant offense. So we would just be requesting the amount in the warrant if the
Okay, well,
after
state on that issue.
State modifies it to the bond amount on the warrant. I apologize for the oversight, Your Honor.
Okay, all right. 2,500. Okay, $2,500 bond. Court date is May 1st at 1:30. Public defender appointed. Okay, you're excused.
Okay.
so
Hello, what is your name?
Hello, my name is Victor Javier Picardo.
Okay. You got an arrest warrant out of Pima County Superior Court listing charges of possession of a dangerous drug and possession of drug paraphernalia. Also listing a $10,000 bond on the warrant. The state's only asking for 2,500 though, with pretrial services supervision. If posted, we're gonna order no alcohol or illegal drugs, no firearms, 2,500 and pretrial services supervision. If posted, I guess I should ask defense counsel that you wish to have any further input.
Judge, I just wanted to check with jail staff if there is a probation hold, because if there is, then we would just be asking for it. Not yet. Because I did see he had some sort of hearing in Superior Court, and there is a status conference that was scheduled for today.
Yeah, right.
And no, okay. So Judge, we would just be asking for a nominal bond at this time because of the warrant from Superior Court.
All right. Well, compared to 10,000, isn't 2,500 nominal?
Yes, Judge, that is very reasonable, and
Okay.
I concur with the state.
All right. Thank you. 2,500.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Sure. May 1st, 1:30. Public defender appointed.
You're gonna go West 5 and let they lost.
Sorry, it's not. What's up there? No, the water's so new. It got issued today. I mean, he didn't go, so, but he didn't go because he was getting arrested. I just,
It's Brett Adcox.
Okay. Okay, Mr. Cox, you're charged with domestic violence, disorderly conduct, 3 counts, as well as domestic violence, criminal damage. These are misdemeanors in the County Justice Court. Order that you not commit any acts of domestic violence, no alcohol or illegal drugs, do not have contact of any kind with Jasmine Moran or her 2 minor sons, stay away from her home, workplace, and the children's school.
Yes, Your Honor.
I am going to release you with those conditions.
Correct.
And your next court dated, this is at Pima County Justice Court, is May 5th at 10:30 a.m.
May 5th at 10:30.
I'll get the paperwork with the date. You're excused.
Yes.
So I guess if
may I be briefly excused till the court is
There are 2 or 3 people talking at the same time. So could you repeat what you said?
Yes, Judge. May I be briefly excused, please, till the court finishes the remaining misdemeanors?
Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you.
Understood.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Hello, what's your name?
Harry Henderson.
Henderson. Okay, hold on. Okay, you're charged with domestic violence, threats, intimidation, and domestic violence, disorderly conduct. I'm going to order that you not have contact with John De Henderson. And I need to look at something. Is there someone from pretrial services on this call?
No.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. Your website keeps timing out and it's very hard to navigate. So just letting you know.
I'm sorry. Okay. Thank
Okay, Henderson. I'm going to order no contact with the alleged victim, no alcohol or illegal drugs, no firearms or other weapons. Stay away from her home and workplace. You get a one-time return visit with a police escort to get your belongings. And
Thank you.
you are released from the The court date is at Marana City Court, and that's May 28th at 10 a.m. Your excuse, sir.
Thank you.
Go back downstairs, man.
Hello, what's your name?
Jordan.
I'm sorry, I didn't catch that.
My name is Jordan. Huh? My name is Jordan Birdie.
Oh, okay. Got it. Okay, you are charged with domestic violence failure to comply with a court order. I'm going to order that you obey the order of protection. It prohibits you from returning to the residence unless and until that order is changed by a judge. That it remains in effect. I am going to release you also with an order to contact your pretrial services officer the next day after you are released, which should be tomorrow. May 27th, 2 o'clock is your next court date, and you are released with those conditions.
But you said what?
May 27th, 2 o'clock.
That's when I'm released, right?
You're going to be released tonight. That's your
Oh,
next court
okay.
date at Tucson City Court. And tomorrow, contact your pretrial services officer.
on May 27, I have to come here or call it.
I'll tell you. I'll tell you.
Okay.
You're excused.
Thank you very much.
This is yours. Hello, what's your name, sir?
Even church.
Stephen Church. Okay. What is this purple tab on the citation? What is that supposed to mean?
There's no probable cause statement for that person.
Oh,
So I was removing it, putting it in case it matters.
you charged with possession of paraphernalia, you have a Department of Corrections hold. I'm going to order no alcohol or illegal drugs. Don't go back to the location of the alleged incidents. I am going to release you from custody. I'm also appointing the City of Tucson Public Defender to represent you. Next court date is non-transport review, June 30th, 9 o'clock.
Garcia, Jose.
Okay. You've got a couple of matters here. One is felony, the other misdemeanors. Felony charges are domestic violence, aggravated assault, strangulation, domestic violence, vulnerable adult abuse, aggravated domestic violence. I'm going to order that you have no contact with Barbara Gomez, stay away from her home and workplace if any. No alcohol or illegal drugs, no firearms or other weapons, and do not commit any acts of domestic violence. It's like you have a history of domestic violence cases in Tucson City Court. The state's asking for a $10,000 bond with pretrial services supervision if posted. We'll hear from the defense.
Forgive me, Your Honor. Sorry to break in. This is Jose Luis Garcia.
Yes,
The state's ask is 40,000, 40.
it is.
That's what it's number 9 on the list, is it not, Your Honor?
No, it says 10,000 plus pretrial services supervision.
We had 2 Garcias on this list.
Never mind. I think I need new glasses. It does say 40,000.
No comment, Your Honor. Thank you.
Okay. We'll hear from the defense.
Thank you, Judge. So it looks like Mr. Garcia's last conviction is from 2016. I understand he has pending DD cases in city court. If the court's not inclined to release him to pretrial services supervision, we would just be asking the court for a bond close to $5,000. Thank you.
Bond is set in the amount of 40,000. May 5th, 1:30, public defender appointed. And the other conditions I've mentioned. Okay, let's prove that. The misdemeanor charge case is from Tucson City Court. And you've already been seen on these charges: assault, and 2 counts of disorderly conduct. Prior conditions of release remain in effect. I take that back. There are no prior conditions because you failed to appear at arraignment. So we'll arraign you on these charges. Don't have any contact with the alleged victim. Stay away from the incident location. And no alcohol or illegal drugs. And we'll note that you are being held on the felony. We'll set bond in the amount of $1,000 and appoint the city public defender on the misdemeanor case and give you a court date video review May 2nd, 1:45. If you're released prior to that, May 29th would be out of custody date, or it may be a non-transport review if you're still in custody. Okay, you're excused.
Your Honor, Court Interpreter Pedro Davis wanting to confirm that you can hear me okay before we do the Spanish interpreters who are next in line after the next person.
I can hear you fine.
Thank you. I'll stand by.
Yeah. This is yours. Hello, what is your name?
Rosalita Martinez Coley. Rosalita Martinez Coley.
Okay. All right, let's see. You're charged with possession of a dangerous drug and possession of drug paraphernalia.
Yes.
The state is, we're gonna order no alcohol or illegal drugs and don't go back to the location. And I got a statement that I need to read for you, or to you rather. The statement will be followed up by a question. Please answer yes or no. You may be eligible to participate in a diversion program called STEPS that only requires you to participate in a plan specific to your needs for a short time. If you choose to participate and complete the program, these felony drug accusations in your arrest report will be permanently dismissed without you ever being formally charged. Are you interested in getting released from jail custody now and learning more about the STEPS program at your next hearing?
Yes.
Okay. We will schedule you into STEPS. That hearing will be May 1st at 9 a.m. Does the defense waive time for the preliminary
Yes.
hearing?
Yes, please, Judge. And I believe the 45 days is June 9th.
It is June 9th. Oops. June 9th at 1:30, the public defender is appointed and released to pretrial services. Okay, you're excused. Good evening, what's your name?
Buenas tardes, ¿cómo se llama?
Jaime Hernández.
Jaime Hernández.
Okay.
Bueno,
All right, so you're charged with, looks like there are two complaints here.
usted tiene dos acusaciones, parece ser. Espere.
The one dated April 24th, possession of a dangerous drug, possession of paraphernalia, possession of narcotic drugs.
La primera acusación resultó el día 24 de abril, es tenencia de droga peligrosa y tenencia de droga peligrosa.
The state's asking for a $2,500 bond concurrent.
La fiscalía está pidiendo fianza de $2,500 aplicable para los dos cargos.
And the one dated March 19th.
Tiene otra acusación con fecha de marzo 19.
The state on that one is asking for $10,000 with pretrial services supervision if posted.
Y para ese caso, la fiscalía está pidiendo fianza de $10,000 y si lo logra depositar, que salga a ser supervisado por la agencia de servicios previos al juicio.
The charges are weapons misconduct, prohibited possessor, weapons misconduct, defaced deadly weapon, unlawful possession of narcotic drug, unlawful possession of narcotics paraphernalia.
La acusación en ese caso es de tenencia por un poseedor prohibido, de arma mortal y el otro caso es de tenencia de arma mortal con un arma alterada para no identificar el número de identificación y de tenencia de droga narcótica y tenencia de parafernales de droga.
The state is also recommending steps, so let's read. That's on the first complaint that I mentioned.
Entonces, por la primera acusación que le mencioné, la fiscalía está pidiendo que se le permita a usted determinar si es elegible para el programa de sentencia alternativa denominado STEPS. Vamos a ver, espere. Thank you, Your Honor. Go ahead.
Okay. You may be eligible to participate in a diversion program called STEPS.
Usted podría calificar para tomar parte en un programa de sentencia alternativa denominado STEPS.
That requires you to participate in a plan specific to your needs for a short time.
Esto requiere que usted participe en un plan designado para sus necesidades particulares por un breve espacio de tiempo.
If you choose to participate and complete the program, these felony drug accusations in your arrest report will be permanently dismissed without you
Ahora sí. Go ahead.
without you ever being formally charged.
Ahora, si usted desea participar en ese programa y cumple con éxito, los delitos de cargos graves en esta causa se desestimarán sin registrarse formalmente y el informe de su arresto también se desestima sin haberse ocurrido.
And this next statement may not be accurate in your case, but it's on the paper, so I'll read it. Are you
Ahora,
interested?
Go ahead, Your Honor. I'm sorry.
Are you interested in getting released from jail custody now and learning more about the STEPS program at your next hearing?
Ahora, la siguiente declaración tal vez sí se aplica a su caso, pero se ve en la página, así es que se la leeré. Si le interesa a usted ser excarcelado esta misma noche para participar en la sesión de elegibilidad para ver si le interesa para tomar parte en esta audiencia, en la próxima audiencia, ¿sí o no?
Es que no entiendo los cargos.
I don't understand the charges against me.
Porque yo tuve la corte el año pasado, me desestimaron los cargos del arma.
Because I had a court hearing last year, and at that session, the weapons misconduct charges were dismissed.
Los de marzo, no sé si es de este año o del año pasado, no entiendo eso.
And the rest of them, I don't know if they relate to this year or last year. I don't understand.
Okay. Do you have?
Bueno.
You may go off the sound and talk to the attorney seated next to you.
Voy a permitir que se desconecte su voz para que hable con el abogado a su lado. Vamos a esperar. Go ahead.
Or if you need to step away for a moment.
O si se tiene que alejar de ahí por un momento. Espere.
Your Honor, we're good. We have any questions.
Okay.
Bueno, ya no tiene preguntas, dice el abogado.
Do you wish to be heard on the bond request?
Me pregunta el abogado defensor si tiene algún comentario que ofrecer sobre la Francia que se solicita por el procurador.
Yes, Your Honor. So it appears that Mr. Hernandez does have a probation hold, I was informed.
Sí, señor. Se me informa que el señor Hernández tiene orden de detención por incumplimiento de libertad condicional. Espere. Go ahead,
No
Your Honor.
objection.
Y no nos oponemos a la fianza que se pide.
Okay.
No objection to the court setting a steps hearing, and we will not waive time because he has the probation hold.
Okay.
Dice que no se opone a que se establezca la siguiente audiencia para establecer elegibilidad para el programa STEPS y no nos oponemos a la fianza ya que tiene orden de detención de probatoria.
I understand the state's asking for concurrent bonds, so if that's possible, we have no objection to that. But my understanding is that since it's two law enforcement numbers, I don't think that's a possibility.
Ahora, tengo
You're-
entendido que el fiscal pide fianzas que simultáneas, que se apliquen a los dos casos a la vez, pero porque son dos casos distintos de casos penales, no creo que sea posible, dice el defensor. Espere. Go ahead, Mr. Poston.
Your Honor, it's my understanding both cases are at the same point in time. They're both being initiated, hence the concurrent request.
El señor Poston dice que ambos casos ocurrieron en el mismo tiempo, cronológicamente, así es que sí se pueden establecer simultáneamente las fianzas. Espere. Go ahead, Your Honor.
I think the issue.
Can I clarify?
Go ahead.
When I say in the same case posture, the events didn't happen at the same time, of course. However, in the process of adjudication, they are at the same time. They're both being seen for the first time tonight, hence the concurrence.
Lo que dice el señor Poston es que de hecho no ocurrieron en la misma vez, en la misma ocasión los casos, pero en el proceso de la resolución del caso, la adjudicación, pues se están viendo por primera vez porque no se habían acusado formalmente anteriormente, sí se puede aplicar la fianza simultáneamente. Espere.
Thank you.
Okay.
Gracias.
I thought the issue was eligibility for steps.
Bueno, el juez dice, yo pensé que la cuestión que teníamos a la mano en este momento era la elegibilidad del señor Hernández para participar en el programa de sentencia alternativa STEPS. Espere.
Your Honor, it's more, what I'm seeing is the state's inclined to let the steps attorney evaluate this on its merits and see how to move forward.
Lo que dice, señor juez, lo que estoy viendo yo, bueno, lo que pienso yo que es lo que se puede hacer es que el abogado que se encarga de los asuntos de STEPS puede medirle la elegibilidad al señor Hernández bajo sus propios méritos, independientemente a lo de las armas. Go ahead, Your Honor.
Okay. All right. Step hearing is May 1st at 9. Preliminary hearing is May 5th at 1:30. Bond is 2,500.
Bueno, dice el juez, la audiencia de elegibilidad para el programa STEPS es en mayo 1 a las 9 de la mañana. La audiencia preliminar por la cuestión de las armas es mayo 5 a las 1:30. La fianza se establece por la cantidad de $2,500.
And we've noted the probation hold. And
Judge, I just oh, I'm sorry.
Espere, lo que también notamos, dice el juez, es que existe una orden vigente contra el señor Hernández por incumplimiento de libertad condicional. Ahora el señor abogado defensor quisiera comentar algo. Go ahead, counsel, defense counsel.
Judge, I was just going to recommend another 2,500. Second one.
Sí, es lo que iba a decir yo, dice el señor abogado defensor. Recomendaría una fianza adicional de $2,500, correcto.
okay. This first bond is 2,500. And gone through the court case. Okay.
Dice, la primera fianza sí se establece por $2,500 y estoy revisando las notas de la causa. Espere.
The one involving the weapons, no alcohol or drugs, no return to the incident location, no firearms or other weapons.
Bueno, por la acusación de las armas, se le prohíbe tener en posesión o consumir licor, drogas de sustancias ilícitas, no regresar al sitio del incidente y no tener armas de fuego o armas de cualquier tipo.
And that's the one where they're recommending the $10,000 bond. And
Esa es la causa por cual se recomienda fianza de $10,000.
I take it that the defense is recommending a second $2,500 instead of $10,000.
Ahora, lo que supongo, dice el juez, es que en lugar de fianza de $10,000, la defensa pide otra fianza de $2,500. ¿Correcto eso?
Correct. In light of the concurrent request and the steps eligibility. Yes.
Sí, señor juez. En vista de la simultaneidad de las fianzas y la posibilidad de participar en programas de sentencia alternativa, STEPS, sí pido otra fianza de $2,500 en lugar de $10,000. ¿Correcto?
Okay.
Bueno,
Hey,
dice el juez.
heard on the matter of the bond on the weapons charge.
¿Acaso el
$10,000.
fiscal quisiera comentar algo más de la acusación por armas? Sí, $10,000, dice el fiscal.
Nothing further?
Nothing
Nada
further,
más.
Your Honor.
Nada más, señor juez.
Okay, 2,500.
Bueno, 2,500 entonces.
Preliminary hearing, May 5th at 1:30.
Audiencia preliminar para esa causa, mayo 5, 1:30 de la tarde.
Public defender appointed.
Se designa al defensor público para que lo defienda.
And we've noted the probation hold.
Y también notamos de nuevo la detención de probatoria por incumplimiento que sigue en efecto.
Okay, you're excused.
Bueno, es todo, puede retirarse.
We're done with your. Oh, sure. Go ahead.
Thank you.
Have a good evening. Thanks. Hello, what's your name, sir?
Hola, señor, ¿cómo se llama?
Leonel Parra.
Leonel Parra.
Okay.
Bueno,
You have an arrest warrant out of Pima County Justice Court on charges of shoplifting and possession of drug paraphernalia.
tiene usted pendiente una orden de detención del juzgado de paz del condado de Pima por acusación de hurto de tiendas y tenencia de parafernales de droga.
No, dígale que yo fui el 18 de este mes a la corte y me lo hicieron dismiss.
No, sir, I went to court on the 18th of this month and those charges were dismissed. Espere.
Okay, I can't verify that, sir.
Bueno, no puedo confirmar eso por lo pronto, señor.
This case is from 2022. The bond on this warrant is listed as $2,999.
Este caso originó en el año 2022 y la fianza para la orden de detención está establecida por la cantidad de $2,999.
Pues dígale que yo.
But
Dígale,
I'm accepting.
dígale que
go ahead, Your Honor.
okay, dígale que no entiendo.
Espere, señor. Espere, señor.
What is it?
Your Honor. He says, tell the court that I don't understand.
Porque yo fui a la corte el 18 de este mes y me hicieron dismiss los dos cargos.
Because I went to court on the 18th of this month and both counts were dismissed.
Okay, I don't have any
Bueno.
paperwork to verify any of that, sir.
Yo no tengo ninguna documentación para confirmar lo que me dice, señor.
And I don't know what court you went to. I don't know if it was the same case as this one. So
Ahora, yo no sé a cuál juzgado iría usted, ni si es la misma causa que esta. Entonces, go ahead, Your Honor.
you're going to have a chance to speak with a lawyer about this matter tomorrow at noon,
Ya
at
tendrá
1
usted
p.m. rather.
mañana a la 1 de la tarde ya tendrá oportunidad de hablar de este asunto con el abogado que le corresponde.
Okay, bond is $2,499. Attorney John
lo-
Ill is appointed to represent you.
Por lo pronto se afirma la fianza por la cantidad de $2,499 y se designa al abogado defensor de oficio John Ilios para que lo defienda.
And again, your court date is video review tomorrow at 1 p.m.
Y de nuevo le digo que mañana a la 1 de la tarde se hace una sesión por video para confirmar y tratar de resolver esto. Esto por lo pronto puede retirarse.
Gracias.
All right.
Thank you. And Your Honor, may the interpreter be excused?
Yes.
Thank you.
Okay.
Is it-
This one first. And I'm sorry, you're talking about who now? Martinez. Martinez? Okay, I'm not seeing it to look at what I did, so. Let me see the paperwork that you got. It should be PTS release. Sure. Hello, what's your name, sir?
Jose Quinton Castro. Good evening.
Mr. Castro is charged with being a prohibited possessor of a weapon. So we're gonna order no alcohol or illegal drugs, no firearms or other weapons. Do not return to the incident location. The state's recommending
Your Honor, there's a typo on that one. I do apologize you for accuracy. One moment, please. For Mr. Castro, the state is going to recommend a $5,000 bond. He's a 5 on the NCA, 4 in the FTA, and looking at he does have a history, including a revocation of supervised release, and so the state asked for 5,000.
okay. You also have steps marked here, is that?
Your Honor, I encountered some of the same issues you had with information technology, and so that was an error.
Okay.
State asked for 5,000 plus PTS.
All right, thank you. We'll hear from the defense.
Yes, Judge, thank you. So it looks like Mr. Castro's conviction is from 2016. I understand there is one more conviction from 2013, but given the age of that last prior conviction, Judge, and also I understand he's 516 on the NCA scale, but the court should also note that pretrial was able to contact his mother. She has verified that she can provide third-party custody and housing. And Mr. Castro is gainfully employed, and he's lived in Tucson for 34 years. So for all those reasons, Judge, and given the age of the prior convictions, and also because, Judge, there is no violence that is alleged to have occurred due to the use of a dangerous weapon, deadly instrument, we are asking the court to consider releasing Mr. Castro to the supervision of pretrial services. Thank you so much.
All right. Thank you. Bond is set in the amount of 2,500. Next court date is May 5th at 1:30. The public defender is appointed, and okay, I've already mentioned the other conditions. Your excuse, sir.
Garcia, Anthony. Thanks, Susan.
Hello, what's your name?
Anthony Garcia.
Mr. Garcia, you're charged with burglary in the 3rd degree. There's 2 complaints here. This one is date of offense, alleged offense is April 21st. And then the other one is discharging a weapon in the city limits from April 24th. State's asking for $5,000 with pretrial services supervision. That's the only recommendation that I'm seeing here.
Your Honor, let me check that because I was under the impression initially there was just but the one. One moment.
Sure.
Your Honor, on the Berg 3, state asked for $2,500 on the basis of the fact that it was against a looks like postal service letter carrier, and looks like it was a theft of a firearm as well. And then we have the next case, which is the discharging in city limits, and state moves for a $2,500 consecutive Your Honor, he fired it at somebody and was later detained with presumably the weapon involved. And it's based on the recklessness and the danger that discharging a firearm, even much less in towards another person, that sort of risk to the community ought not be tolerated.
Okay. I have a question for the court clerk. There's only one condition of release. Are they supposed to be separated? Does the county attorney want two cases or one? The conditions of release form says there's only one case with two charges.
$7,500 for all encompassing both of those reports.
All right. We'll hear from the defense.
Yes, Judge. I don't know if I can be of any assistance to the court question. I think there's two LEA numbers. So typically my understanding is if there's two law enforcement agency numbers, then there's typically two sets of release conditions. But I mean, they may be consolidated at the indictment stage. I'm just not sure. But if the court is going to go with just one release condition form and treating this as a consolidation, I'm asking the court to consider releasing Mr. Garcia to the supervision of pretrial services. That is because, Judge, as the state pointed out, the charge is unlawful discharge within city limits, which is a class 6 felony. It's not disorderly conduct with a weapon or aggravated assault with a weapon, based on the facts mentioned in the interim complaint. And as to the burglary count, Judge, it's the unlawful entry into the postal vehicle, as the state pointed out. Again, Judge, Mr. Garcia does not seem to have any criminal history. At least it doesn't show any misdemeanor history either. Obviously, no felony history. Given a complete lack of history, Judge, we are asking the court to consider releasing him. But if you're not inclined, we just ask the court to set $8,000 bond. Thank you.
All right, thank you. For now, it is. Okay, we'll set bond in the amount of $5,000. Next court date is May 5th at 1:30. Public defender appointed. No firearms or other weapons. No contact with victims. Stay away from the incident location. Public defender appointed. You're excused. Hello, what is your name?
Israel Godoy.
Mr. Godoy, you're charged with leaving the scene of an accident involving serious injury. I'm going to order no contact with the alleged victim. Stay away from the incident location. No alcohol or illegal drugs. State's asking for $10,000 bond with pretrial services supervision if posted. We'll hear from the defense.
Judge, we're asking the court to consider releasing Mr. Godoy to pretrial services supervision. That's because he's classified as level 1 nonviolent according to pretrial. His last conviction seems to be from 2014, Judge, and doesn't look like he has any failures to appear on that case. He doesn't obviously have any failures to appear in the last 2 years. He has ties to the community, Your Honor, and he is employed as a full-time laborer and resides in Tucson. Thank you.
All right, thank you. We'll hear from the state.
Your Honor, based on the allegations, it looks like after the accident, the defendant decided to go ahead and report the vehicle stolen to PYPD. And it doesn't look like there's any charges for any false police report yet. That said, it's the willingness for somebody to hit a pedestrian, which cannot be explained away. And at 8:30 in the evening, there's still sufficient light to know that you hit a pedestrian. And it looks like that there is forensic evidence tying the vehicle to the victim. And post Miranda, he admitted it. This is very troubling. Not only did he stop to fail to render aid, it looks like he tried to cover up his tracks. 10,000.
Bond is set in the amount of 10,000 with pretrial services supervision if posted. Next court date, May 5th, 1:30. Legal defender appointed. You're excused.
No, I'm not seeing.
Okay, perfect. Just confirming.
Ready?
Yes, Judge. Sorry, I was just verifying if there was a probation.
And this person, what's your name?
Danny Mitchell?
Okay. You're charged with theft of means of transportation, burglary in the third degree, possession of dangerous drug paraphernalia, possession of burglary tools. In your order, no contact with the alleged victim, stay away from the incident location, no alcohol or drugs, no firearms or other weapons. States requesting a no bond hold. And no bond hearing would be April 29th at 2:30. And preliminary hearing May 5th at 1:30. Legal defender appointed. And guess that's it. You're excused.
Yes.
Opposed? No? Okay.
Hello.
So, well,
What?
Well, you're charged with possession of paraphernalia, possession of narcotic drugs. There's also a warrant out of Sierra Vista Justice Court and another warrant out of Marana City Court. On the felony matter, the state is recommending $5,000 bond plus steps. So let's read the steps, Advisor. You may be eligible to participate in a diversion program called STEPS that requires you to participate in a plan specific to your needs for a short time. If you choose to participate and complete the program, these felony drug accusations in your arrest report will be permanently dismissed without you ever being formally charged. Are you interested in getting released from jail custody now, which may possibly not happen, but again, it's part of the form, and learning more about the STEPS program at your next hearing? Yes or no?
yes,
I didn't catch that.
yes.
Yes, okay. All right. STEPS hearing is scheduled for May 1st at 9 o'clock. The state's recommendation is that I hold you on a $5,000 bond, and we will hear from defense counsel.
Thank you, Your Honor. So it appears Ms. Wells is already being held on a $7,500 bond in Superior Court. So given that she's not been able to post that high bond, we are asking the court to consider setting a $1,000 bond and set a regular preliminary hearing date for May 5th, 10 days, since she's being held in custody.
All right.
Thank you.
Any further input from the state?
Your Honor, she's 6 out of 6. It's the flight risk is absolutely untenable, as well as the potential for new crimes. While the charges may be STEPS eligible, whether or not she actually gets out is another question entirely, Your Honor. And what we're looking at is it's just too high of a risk for failure to appear and new crimes.
All right, thank you. Bond is set in the amount of $3,500, and the next court date is May 5th at 1:30. Public defender appointed. As to the misdemeanor warrants, the case from Marana on the shoplifting matter, that bond is $2,500. Attorney Janet Altschuler is appointed to represent you on that. And you're going to be seen on Monday, I think this is the 28th at 12 noon on video. And then the one from Sierra Vista, those charges are 3 counts of shoplifting and artifice intent to shoplift. Okay. And that bond is listed at $2,500. Don't go back to the incident location, no contact with alleged victims. And the next review date is May 23rd at 9. Okay, that's it. You're excused. All right. Have a good evening.
You too,
Good
Judge.
evening.
Thank you.